guys, it is me, SearingSorrow Emoji, and I'm back with another bad fanfiction reading episode. And today's is a bad Harry Potter fanfiction. It's called Make Studying Fun by Duran. So, I'm not sure what this is going to entail, so good luck with me on this one, and apparently this was also requested by, thanks to this person who has been, on, with the requests and that. Thank you. It's very much appreciated. Anyway, so today I'm going to be reading Making Studying Fun. So, I'm going to go ahead and get right on to it. Did you hear anything that I just said? Hermione asked as she looked up from her book, realizing that she did so that wrong. Was trying to get his quill to spin against this parchment paper as he held it between his fingertips and attempted to make it work, having little success with that fact. Dang! So what are you doing wrong? You're doing that shit! It's like you're trying to make your quill spin or something. It's like, you make those little things that you want to spin or something. I know, we all been there. It's like we want to try to make those things spin. But, okay. Yeah, goblins revealed a whole bloody bunch, Ron said. I heard all of it. Incredible, Hermione said, shaking her head as she turned back a few pages. I'm trying my best to help you to understand the test before it comes. And if you don't get serious about this, you are both going to fail. You are the ones who asked me for help, remember? Now, can we please try this again? Okay, alright. Okay, this is Hermione with her usual stuff. Studying and that chiz. Alright. Okie dokie then. Oh my gosh. Okay, Harry, we'll start with you, as you've been listening. Of course, he's been listening so attentively. Let's just hope he didn't get any chiz about Voldemort coming around. No, wait, I'm not supposed to say his name. I mean, you know who! I'm dead! Okay. Which wasn't quite as true as she thought it was. I call it! He'd just become excellent at pretending to pay attention. Dang, dude! History of Magic was a course so boring that even Hermione couldn't make it any less dry than it was. Wow! Better than their teacher, at least, a droning old ghost whose voice was a cure of insomnia. Insomnia! That's hilarious. In the 1612 rebellion in Hogsmeade, where did the wizards coordinate their efforts out of? The Three Broomsticks was Harry's earnest guess, not sure if it had been or the inn was even that old, but trying his best to get the correct answers. That's a fantastic guess! Can we give it up for Harry for guessing so well? Yes. Okay, you done it, dude. You done it! Okay. But he hid his indecision and worry very well, which could be great if it worked and awful if it backfired. Very good, Harry, Hermione said, smiling as she took his answer for proof of his ability to pay attention. Holy crap! He just made a random guess, and he got it right! This is fantastic. Okay, then. I knew you were sensible enough to pay attention. I should have devised some kind of reward for right answers. Please! No food! Because, but then again, maybe I've been watching too much of My 600-Pound Life, because then you see where that goes. Ugh. It's quite, excuse me, it's quite frightening. I ain't gonna front. What? Like we're just a pair of dogs who gets treats for being good? Ron snorted. Exactly what was I thinking? I was like, please don't do the food. Please. It does not do any good. Just give them points or something. And I'm not saying prefix points because I don't even know if this. I don't know. I don't think Ron and Hermione are prefix, but God knows I don't freaking know. Hermione rolled her eyes and wanted to say something cross to Ron, but she had another idea in mind. An idea that had been solely for Harry as she looked at him sitting across from her. If you're not going to take your studies so seriously, then maybe you should learn how to catch treats people throw at you in your mouth! Oh my god! Why did I suddenly get my High School Musical 2 flashbacks? Why did I suddenly get that? I don't know. If you guys remember that scene in High School Musical 2, you know, where I don't even know, I think where Troy and Gabriella were like trying to throw gummies or something at each other and they catch it and eat it. That's the kind of flashback I'm getting from this. And I used to watch High School Musical as a kid. I never really watched High School Musical 3. I really just watched 1 and 2. Wow. Okay. You ought to have some kind of marketable talent. As she spoke, she slipped out of her shoes slowly, rubbing her thigh-high clad legs together as she reached them forward and placed them down onto Harry's lap. What the heck? Oh god! This is about to get oddly sexual. I feel like this is gonna take an interesting turn. Letting out a sudden and confused noise, Harry looked down, not sure what was happening as he felt something pushing against his lap. Her legs! There, he saw her feet, which answered absolutely nothing. Looking up at Hermione, he got only a wink and the faintest of smiles. Still having no idea what was happening, Harry looked back down into his lap, to the eager rubbing of Hermione's feet, keeping up their loving attention as they began to rub right up between his legs, making his cock harder beneath his pants and making him look nervously down onto his socks. Ew! Wow! Oh! Wow! Okay! Whoa! That escalated real quick. Okay, honey. Wow! What the heck was that? Honestly, don't be so tough on Ron. This is just a really boring course. I don't blame him for not being able to get interested. Yes, but we're going to have to start thinking about our futures, and even if you don't want to take a newt in history and magic, having your owl is a must open a lot of doors, and I think you want to open as much as you can. Yeah, remember that one time where Harry was trying to do, he was studying in history and magic, and then the jizz happened with Hedwig. You know, where her wing was it was not looking good in that. I mean, I remember that in the book. Spoiler alert, sorry! Oh my gosh. And she stressed her words oddly, especially the word open, as she stared at Harry, her eyes briefly widened in expectation. A little tilt of her head helped trying to get across what she was trying to say. Harry wasn't exactly the most attractive person. Attentive! What the hell? Not attractive, I meant attentive! What the hell? And it took a second for him to get that Hermione was trying to communicate a double meaning for him as she spoke. As in trying to, put some footwork chiz on here. Ugh! Good God. Okay. As it took a press of her feet into his thighs for good measure. Right, he said, nodding as he looked down again at his book. We should open. Yes. His hands quickly slipping down under the table and went for his jeans, fumbling with the zipper as her feet teased along his thighs. Oh no! Ron's gonna vomit! Ron is probably gonna run to the bathroom and then puke. Oh god. Just stop. Oh god. He got his pants open quickly and then unbuttoned his boxers, suppressing the groan that followed as her feet pushed in closer. He pulled his cock out, and almost immediately the soft feeling of her feet were upon him. Oh, gross. With a completely straight look on her face, Hermione hid her smile and the excitement in her voice as she said, Okay, Ron, it's your turn. Her feet found their place on either side of Harry's cock, as she began to work quickly up and down the soft material of her thigh highs, making for a more exciting sensation than just bare skin. But even then, she could feel the heat in Harry's cock. It gorged with blood and so incredibly warm against her touch. Whoa! Okay, oh my, wow, no, so, God, don't. How many ministers of for magic resigned during the 1752 Goblin Rebellion? Ron had no idea what was going on under the table. Will that even be a question, he asked. I don't know, asked Harry. Hermione was hoping he'd say that. She looked at Harry, who had his head low, fidgeting nervously with his glasses as his cheeks burned slightly pink. Well then, Harry, it looks like you're up. Do you know the answer? As she asked him the question, her feet sped up, and he could feel his cock twitch as a dribble of recoil from his tip made his knees tighten a little bit. Oh, God, stop. He cleared his throat and tried to steady himself as he looked up, seeing Hermione's eyes flickering with an uncharacteristic sort of mischievousness. Wow! 2, he blurted out, trying his best to keep monosyllabic as he spat out the first number to cross his mind. Very good, Harry, that's correct! The sitting minister, Albert Boot, resigned, and 2 months later, Basile Flack followed suit after the goblins had found alleys in the werewolves. She smiled wide, keeping the attention on his cock steady as her feet shifted from moving in unison to contrasting up and down motions, taunting his cock even further as she played him a little more too. Your prospects for the future seem very big. She stressed big, and this time Harry hung on her annotation, his cock throbbing with a grip as he squirmed at his scene about her teasing. Oh my God, stop, you two, get a room. Ron is probably gonna vomit in a second. And I guarantee that. If he only lasted 2 months, then why even put him in the book? Ron asked. We were being quizzed about people who were so bad at their jobs that they didn't accomplish anything. What's the point in learning any of this? That's everybody's questions. What's the point of learning math when it's literally not going to do chiz for your possible majors in the future? That's a question we all must be asking. He sighed, putting his quill down, and he noticed Harry. His head kept low, bottom lip shivering a bit, and his face generally looking off. He started to work up a bit of a nervous sweat. Are you okay? Me? Harry asked. Yeah, I'm fine. Just really into that. He drifted off again, clearing his throat nervously as the feet continued their steady adoration of his cock. Hermione's toes curled against his shaft, tugging against the stroking along his shaft. The things Harry was learning weren't at all to do with Goblin Rebellions, but how utterly hopeless he was at the moment, how badly he handled trying to hide the embarrassment and frustration on his face. I think you might need the toilet, dude. I think Harry's just discovering that stunning is a lot more fun than he thought, Hermione said, the complete opposite of Harry. Jeez, Hermione, can you not go? She sat there, perfectly poised and composed, hiding that she was giving someone a foot job under the table. And if Ron sees this, he's gonna puke. It was a risky kind of excitement, the sort that could have easily gone wrong at the moment's notice, but that was what made it so fun. I hope Filch isn't around. That there's so much knowledge out there, and that nothing feels better than learning so much that your head just feels like it's going to burst. What the heck? No, you are not about to go into that morbid chiz, girl. Boy, girl, bye. Girl, bye. Gripping the edge of the table as he was toyed with and Hermione weaved so happily through her double meanings, Harry in that moment was absolutely furious with her. not for the frustration she brought on, but how much she seemed to smugly enjoy driving him wild for how easily she held it together as the rapid up and down of her feet picked up as she found himself hopelessly losing control. That's right, he said, a bit more hoarse and frustrated as he sucked down a nervous breath. Teams found his tongue as an instinctual clamping down just to try and keep himself from losing control as he felt the sudden wave of pleasure wash over him. Ew! You might need holy water after this, y'all. Just saying. Harry came, and he came hard. Messy and all her stocking-clad feet comes parting from his aching tip as he twitched and ached at every last shred of willpower that he held was strained to keep up still and silent as he left her feet a mess. But he couldn't hide the way. His breath became strained and laborious as he leaned forward further down into his books and asked through gritted teeth, "Let's move on to wand legislation," as he did his best to keep up his poorly composed illusion. "I'm gonna go find someone normal to talk to," Ron said, hands up in defeat as he slipped out of his chair. "You two have fun, bloody weirdos." Thank you, Ron! I think he's probably gonna first go to the toilet and then leave. And then leave. 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 Yeah, I totally went there. Harry, oh jeez. Hermione leaned back happily, feet continuing to toy just a moment longer with Harry's cock as he let out a sigh of relief after Ron had left. "Did you enjoy yourself?" she asked. "What was that?" Harry panted, slamming his pants down onto the table as he tried his best to work through the shuddering afterglow of an orgasm still lingering through him. But all he got was a kind smile in return and the question about wand legislation he hadn't actually wanted. Ew! Yo, I'm gonna need holy water after this. Oh my god, no. Wow, okay, no. What the actual chiz? I knew something like this was going to come. And no, please, no pun intended. Because I don't do that shit. Anyway, so hope you guys enjoy that, and I will see you guys in another Bad Fanfiction reading. Bye, guys!